Hi, this is Mark with Ease Investing. In this video, we're going to go over the difference between a market order and a limit order, and why understanding these two differences is important, because this allows you to purchase a stock at a less expensive price. Let's go over first, what is a market order? A market order is typically how someone purchases a stock. So, in order to buy a stock, you first have to select a stock. In this example, we're going to use the stock SoFi. We can see that the stock price is currently $27.16. So to do a market order, which is what most people do when they're purchasing stocks, you would click Trade, click Buy. You would select the number of shares you want to buy. We're going to do 100 in this example. And we can see that the market price is $27.16, which was the stock price. To purchase 100 shares for $27.16, this would cost $2,716. To go ahead with this trade, you would simply click Trade Now, and you would purchase those shares for the current stock price. That is purchasing a stock with a market order. Now we're going to go over a limit order and why knowing this is beneficial, because this allows you to control the stock price that you are comfortable purchasing the stock. So for this, in the upper right hand corner where it says shares, you're going to go ahead and click on that. You're going to click Limit Order. We're going to use the same 100 shares, but remember how the stock price was $27.16. We can see with the limit order, it now has a bid price and an ask price. The bid price is what someone is currently willing to buy the stock for, which here is $27.15. The ask price is what someone is willing to sell the stock for, which is $27.17. Remember, for every stock, there is a buyer and a seller. So that's what the bid ask is. The bid is what someone is willing to buy the stock for, and the ask is what someone is willing to sell the stock for. Now, the stock price is usually right in between the bid and ask. If you remember, the stock price was $27.16. So that's how the stock price is formed, is usually right in the middle of the bid and the ask. So if you're going to do a limit order, instead of purchasing the stock for $27.16 like you would in the market order, that's your only option. With a limit order, you could put in a price that you are willing to buy the stock for. So you technically want to go down less than the market order, because with a market order, you could always get the stock for that price. So in this example, I could put $27.10. Now for the stock to get to $27.10 for me to be able to purchase that, we would have to have the person selling the stock be willing to come down on their purchase price and have less buyers purchasing the stock for a price above the $27.10. To do this and to execute it, I would go ahead and click Continue, Review, and then I'd swipe up to Submit. Now what that would do is this order would be in a pending status throughout the day. So we could see the time in force is for tomorrow till 11 a.m. So that's going to expire after tomorrow at 11 a.m. So if the stock sellers that are willing to sell the stock, if they are not willing to come down to $27.10, then this is just going to expire and I will not purchase these shares. Now, if the sellers were willing to come down on their price throughout the day and they agreed to sell their shares for $27.10 and there were 100 shares available, this would go ahead and complete the order and I would own those 100 shares. In this video, we have discussed the difference between a market order and a limit order and why this knowledge is beneficial in order to buy stocks at cheaper prices. Please like and subscribe if